Are you tired of your seedlings starting out strong, only to become weak, leggy, and disappointing? What if I told you there's one simple, almost magical ingredient you can add to your soil right now, in March, that will completely change your gardening game? This isn't about more fertilizer or some complicated technique. It's a secret that top gardeners use to build a super root system, making their plants practically invincible from their very first days. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to give your plants an unfair advantage for the entire growing season. You might be wondering if this applies to your garden. Let me assure you, it does. So, why is March the magic month? As the ground thaws and the days get longer, your plants are waking up from their winter slumber. Their young, tender roots are starting to push out, actively searching for nutrients and water to fuel their initial burst of growth. This is a critical window of opportunity. Most gardeners focus on what's happening above the ground, but the real action, the foundation for a successful season, is being built below the surface. Traditional gardening often overlooks the fact that soil isn't just dirt, it's a living, breathing ecosystem. Think of it as a bustling underground city. By intervening in March, we are not just planting a seed, we are introducing a key citizen into that city, one that will work for our plants all year long. Let's start by talking about the problem with just dirt. Whether you're using bags of potting mix from the store or your native garden soil, it often lacks a crucial component. Many commercial mixes are sterilized, meaning they are a clean slate, but also a biological desert. Your garden soil might be compacted or depleted of the microscopic life that truly helps plants thrive. When you put a young seedling into this environment, it's like sending a child into a library where all the books are on the highest shelf, just out of reach. The nutrients are there, but the plant has to work incredibly hard, extending its limited root system to find them. This struggle in the early days is what leads to slow growth and weak plants that are more susceptible to pests and disease. We're about to give those plants a ladder. So what is this secret weapon? It's called mycorrhizal fungi. Now, don't let the scientific name scare you. It's incredibly simple. These are beneficial fungi that have evolved over millions of years to form a powerful symbiotic relationship with over 90% of the plants on Earth. Think of it as a natural, living extension of your plant's root system. A plant's own roots can only explore so much soil. But when you introduce mycorrhizal fungi, they create a vast microscopic web, a fungal network called mycelium, that can extend yards away from the plant. This web is infinitely finer than the plant's roots, allowing it to penetrate tiny soil pores and unlock nutrients and water the plant could never reach on its own. It's not a fertilizer, it's a partner. Now for the amazing part, how this super partnership actually works. It's a beautiful example of nature's teamwork. The mycorrhizal fungi act as miners and delivery drivers. Their vast network mines the soil for essential, often immobile nutrients like phosphorus, as well as zinc, copper, and water. They then efficiently transport these vital resources directly back to the plant's roots. In return for this service, the plant, through photosynthesis, creates sugars or carbohydrates. It then shares a portion of these sugars with the fungi, providing them with the energy they need to live and expand their network. It is a perfect win-win deal. The plant gets a dedicated food and water delivery service, and the fungus gets a reliable energy source. This partnership is the foundation of almost every healthy ecosystem on the planet. This brings us back to the March advantage. Timing is everything, because you want to introduce this partner at the very beginning of the relationship. When you're starting seeds or transplanting young seedlings in March, their roots are fresh, active, and desperately seeking connections. By adding the mycorrhizal fungi spores directly to your seed starting mix or into the planting hole, you are putting them in direct contact with those young roots at the most opportune moment. The connection, or inoculation, happens almost immediately. The fungal network begins to grow with the plant's roots, so by the time the plant is ready for its major summer growth spurt, its underground support system is already vast, established, and ready to deliver everything it needs. You are setting the stage for success before the show even begins. But the benefits go far beyond just nutrient delivery. This underground network provides incredible hidden advantages. First, drought resistance. The massive mycelial web acts like a sponge, soaking up and holding onto water in the soil, making it available to the plant long after the surrounding soil has dried out. Plants with a healthy fungal partner are significantly more resilient during dry spells. Second, disease suppression. This beneficial fungus colonizes the roots, forming a protective barrier. It physically blocks and outcompetes harmful disease-causing pathogens in the soil, acting as a natural bodyguard for your plant. It also improves soil structure, binding soil particles together to create better aeration and water penetration. You're not just feeding the plant, you're building a healthier, more resilient home for it to live in. So, how do you actually use this stuff? It's one of the easiest things you'll do in the garden. Mycorrhizal fungi typically come as a granular powder. For seed starting, you simply mix a small amount directly into your dry potting mix before you moisten it and plant your seeds. If you're transplanting seedlings or larger plants, it's even simpler. Just sprinkle a teaspoon or so of the powder directly into the planting hole, making sure the powder touches the plant's roots. That physical contact is key. You want to place the spores right where the handshake with the roots can happen. That is literally it. There is no complicated mixing or measuring. You almost cannot use too much. It's a foolproof method to give your plants a lifelong advantage. Now let's bust a common gardening myth, the idea that more fertilizer is better. Many gardeners, when they see a struggling plant, reach for a bottle of potent chemical fertilizer. While this can provide a temporary boost, it's like giving the plant an energy drink instead of a balanced meal. It doesn't solve the underlying problem of poor nutrient uptake. In fact, overuse of high-phosphorus chemical fertilizers can actually damage or suppress the natural mycorrhizal relationships in your soil. By using mycorrhizae, you are working smarter, not harder. The fungi unlock the nutrients that are already present in your soil and make any organic fertilizer you do add significantly more effective. You end up using less, saving money, and building a healthier, self-sustaining soil ecosystem for the long term. Finally, let's talk about what to look for when you buy this product. It's becoming much more common, and you can find it at most garden centers or easily online. You don't need a specific brand, but there are a few things to look for on the label. First, you want a product that contains endomycorrhizae, as this is the type that partners with most vegetables, flowers, and grasses. Some products also contain ectomycorrhizae, which is great if you're planting trees or shrubs. Second, look for a product with a diverse list of fungal species. The more species included, the higher the chance that one will form a perfect partnership with your specific plants. It will usually be listed as spore count or propagules per gram. A higher number is generally better. It's a small investment that pays off season after season. So there you have it. The secret isn't a new fertilizer or a complex pruning technique. It's about biology. It's about giving your plants a powerful partner right from the very start. That one simple addition of mycorrhizal fungi in March builds an underground super network that feeds, hydrates, and protects your plants all season long. You're no longer just a gardener, you are an ecosystem architect, building a thriving, resilient city right under your feet. The most amazing part? Once established, this network can last for years, benefiting your garden long after that initial application. It's a true game changer. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this secret helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more tips that make gardening easier and more rewarding. Now I have a question for you. What's the one gardening secret or magic ingredient that you swear by? Let me know in the comments below.